Hello everybody, Cyan Link here. Going to do a knife review. First one in a while, and it's another SOG. Big fan of SOGs, so I have quite a few of their knives. Today we're going to be doing the Trident. Right here. You can see this one is in Army ACU, or digital, or whatever you want to call it. And don't feel bad if you're a Marine, because we also have Marpat. Alright, specifications. Specifications are good. We have a 3.75, if I could learn how to speak, inch blade, made out of Alls 8 steel. Closed length is 4.75. Overall length is 8.5. All that being, of course, in inches. Handle material is glass reinforced nylon. And the mechanism is the SOG assisted technology. Me and SOG assisted knives kind of have a love-hate relationship. I do like them, but I register that they have a couple issues. Before I get to that, let's just talk about the knife. I like the blade style. This is a clip point. Let's get the Marine one. The knife, I've had this one a lot longer, which is why I'm going with this. The knife has stayed remarkably sharp. This isn't necessarily one of my go-to knives, but I have used it quite a bit, and it stayed remarkably sharp. The serrations work great, and the handle is very comfortable. Texturing could be a bit deeper, but you can still get a really nice grip on this knife, and the jimping on the back is pretty good too to keep yourself in place. Not too much. I don't have my jeans handy. They're in the wash, but you can see that the jeans are going to ride all the way up over the top of the knife, so you're not going to see, as with most SOGs, you're not going to see any part of the knife. And if you want to reverse it, you just take this screw out, this pulls right out, and you reverse it. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so the problems. Problem number one is with the safety. Now, if you're like me, I always like to keep any knife with a spring, whether it be assisted or full auto, with a safety. And the safety is this little thing down here. So imagine that you pull the knife out the pocket, you got to come all the way down here, flick this, come back up, and open the knife. Not really a deal breaker, but it does kind of ruin it for any kind of self-defense purpose, but it's going to take you that long to get the thing open. So I would like to see SOG make a better placement for their safety. What I do like, which I almost forgot, is the closing mechanism. Very easy to access. Close the knife with one hand with no problem, even with the spring there. Very easy. Opens up great too. I mean, yeah, the SOG assisted technology, just the right amount to get it right about there, and it just pops right open. About, like, I think it's 10 or 15 degrees, maybe a little bit more. I can't remember off the top of my head. The other problem, you might have noticed this groove in the back. The idea of that is like a safety cutter, a seatbelt cutter. Although they don't recommend it for seatbelts, they use it for like paracord or something, which I actually happen to have some. And just to show you one thing, you want to make sure the knife is locked, because if you don't, then you actually run a risk of it popping open as you're trying to do this, which is bad. So make sure you have the knife locked. And unfortunately, I've seen other reviews say they got it to work. I can't. See, I'm holding the blade in as much as possible. I'm working it back and forth. And if we look at the paracord, like, a little frayed, but it didn't cut through it, which is an issue. And for something like cardboard, I don't have any spare seatbelt handy, but I got some cardboard. Take the flat side. What's happening is the handles are stopping it from cutting any farther in, which is an issue. So one idea I had would be, you gotta see where the blade is in there. It could be a bit higher, like maybe up here. Still wouldn't run the risk of cutting you, but it could be a little bit higher up. That would be a blade redesign. And instead of just having a block like this, you see they have a little bit of a slant, but they need a much shallower slant, I'm going to say. Where, like, it just starts just a little bit and slowly gets thicker until you have the full handle width up here. And they probably could just make the handle a little bit thinner, would help that as well. So a little bit of an improvement that I can think of with these. But that being said, I still recommend this knife. It needs some work to really be perfected. I wouldn't recommend it for self-defense because of the location of the safety. Of course, if you're one of those people that doesn't care about a safety, will just walk around with the knife in your pocket ready to go, then you don't need to worry about something like that. But for me, I like the safeties, so I would want that in a better position that I could reach faster. Maybe up here on the back like I've seen on some other knives. So yeah, recommended for everyday carry. Stays remarkably sharp, very strong knife, so recommended for grunt work, but not recommended for self-defense or like a tactical purpose. That being said, you know, the ACU and MARPAT also really good if you are an Army soldier or a Marine to, like, you know, represent. Would like to see a multicam one. I do love how they put in a tan blade for the Marine one, so if they do a multicam, be nice to see like a brown coating on it, would be really nice. Price real quick before I shut up and end this video. Price comes in at $125 on the SOG website. Once again, you can shop around. I've seen it places for $100, sometimes $90, if you're going to go like a used one maybe. But yeah, just shop around for it. And that should be about it. I'm Cyan Link. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a nice day.